This is Inside the Beehive, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of Team Visma Lease.
Welcome to Inside the Beehive, the off-season tapes recorded in our team bus parked somewhere in Europe and published on our podcast channels, but also on our YouTube page. We talk to some of the main protagonists of Team Visma Lease in the past cycling season. In this episode, we sit down with the Tour de France and Paris-Roubaix winner Pauline Ferrand-Prévot to talk about the extraordinary 2025 season, transitioning from mountain bike back to road cycling and preparing for the biggest race in women's cycling.
Inside the Beehive.
You have to be careful using words like these, but in my slightly biased opinion, the word historical can be used for what was your 2025 season, Pauline. It was your first season at Team Visma Lease, and I'm very curious to hear what that has been like for you. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be back in a team bus again, a place where you spend a lot of time in during the season, but I guess you've not seen the inside of a team bus for quite some time now?
No, it's really good to be back. I'm really happy to be back into training and also the team environment. I had really good off season, but I like when things are getting real again, and now it is start to feel like a new season, and I'm really happy to be back.
Okay, and since we're sitting actually literally in the team bus, can you explain a bit? Maybe that's more for our visual audience than for the podcast audience, but where do you usually sit?
This is a main bus, so we don't have exactly the same bus. So, but normally when we are driving, I'm sitting more at the front. And just try to focus, and to be ready to go full gas, and for the race. So mostly I sit in the front of the bus.
You want to see where the bus is going?
Yeah, it's a good moment for me to just think about everything, the parcours and also the team tactic and everything. So it's also the moment I can really focus before the race.
Okay, let's dive into 2025 cycling season. Yeah, it was a transition, I would think, after lots of years in mountain biking. What was your biggest challenge to transition back to road cycling?
Yeah, first, I achieved my dream to be Olympic champion. So I had to switch from this goal first, because it was, for me, 2024 was an amazing season, and I had to start again, something new. And I've been on my own for quite some years on MTB, and now I had to discover a new environment, a new team, a lot of new things. Also, I have to get to know my teammates and also the coaches, the trainer, everyone from the team. So I think for me was the first challenge. And after, for sure, I had to get back to the road bike again and to the training on the road, and then a bit later to racing on the road. So it was a lot of new things, but it was really nice to be able to do that with the Visma Lease bike team.
Because mountain biking is maybe a bit more of an individual sport, while now, you're at least the way we race, it's a proper team sport, road cycling. Did you need to adapt a lot to that?
Yeah, for sure. And it's also why I came back with on the road, is because I miss this team spirit, and I wanted to share more also with my teammates, and that everyone can build something strong to become better. And it's what happened during this season, but we had to start from the bottom, so it's to get to know each other, and to also respect each other, because you are all different in the team, but you need to be respectful with everyone in terms of we are all different, but everyone needs to be the own person. So it was so interesting to discover so many personalities, but to still work together, as a team, and for a common goal.
Was that the first thing, maybe also more important than, because obviously your physical capacities, they are, everyone knows what you are capable of even before this season, but building a team, was that maybe more difficult?
It was not, I will not say difficult, but it was the first thing we had to do. And during the team days, we did the team building activities and to get to know each other and to have this first step, of how we can work together outside cycling. And then in training camp, we just get to know each other better and try to build something. But for sure, I was coming from FTB, and I pretend that I want to win Tour de France. And maybe everyone was a bit like, what she's saying, And so first I had to also prove that I was there for winning Tour de France, but also not by myself, but with everyone, and to push everyone to be their best.
Marianne was, I think, maybe the only one you knew before joining the team, or?
Yeah, Marianne was the only one. But Marianne, I can speak hours about Marianne, but she has been really like, my idol when I was younger. So, with Marianne, I always have this distance because, I respect her so much that I don't want to I'm a bit shy, still with Marianne. So it was funny that, we had to work together also in Tour, and it was for me also really good. She could be here and also sharing the experience and all the knowledge she has. So for sure, she is super important inside the team.
Mm-hmm. Any other riders or staff members in particular that you learned something from?
I learned so much from everyone. Like, but I also think we grew all together as a team. So it was, and I think it's why it's working so well in this team. It's because no one is taking over someone else. We are all on the same line, and everyone is able to say what he wants, or what he would prefer. And then I think, like, because everyone has a voice, it's also easier that to know about communication also, and to just progress together. So this is what I really like in the team.
When did you get the feeling that team building process was really taking shape, and when did you really think or got the feeling that, okay, now the train is rolling, we are working together as a good team, as it should be?
Yeah, I would say already in Strade Bianche at the beginning of the season, because I think also someone had to take the role of saying what I was a leader in Strade Bianche, so it was also my role to speak up and to tell the girl, okay, I want this from you. And then, everyone knows what they have to do, and it's easier, So, and I could feel in Strade Bianche, everyone was really committed to be the best for the team. And this is so nice, when you see everyone like working together and really want to win a race. It's, it was such a good feeling.
What was actually your main focus at the beginning of the season? Because obviously you had that dream goal of winning the Tour de France, the biggest stage race in women's cycling, but then you also did quite good in the classics. So how did you go into the season? The
goal was to don't put any limits, on myself. Like, trying things, and if it's good, it's good. If it's not, okay, we just move on. But don't expect something and be disappointing about it, So I think we just try a lot of things, and sometimes it works, sometimes not. But you always learn about it, and I think for me was the goal of this season, to learn.
To learn, but there was no focus on either classics or stage races.
Yeah, not really, to be honest, because I was not planned first for Flanders and Roubaix. So, but then we saw that I was in good shape, so we decided last moment to put me in Flanders and Roubaix. So it was more like à la carte, and yeah, it was nice to be able to change a plan sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes not, but yeah, at the end, I think now we have a lot of knowledge also for the next season.
Yeah. So yeah, talking about those two classics, second in Flanders, winning Paris-Roubaix as a French woman. How did it? Yeah, can you take us through these moments when you entered the velodrome? You must have seen the images over and over again, I guess. But how did it really feel?
Yeah, for me, I just heard about Paris-Roubaix, and it was the first time I was doing this race, and I think I underestimate a bit how we say the full race, because it was so many people on the side of the road, and also, yeah, for sure I'm French, so French people were crazy when they saw me at the front of the race. And yeah, when I entered in this velodrome, I was just, what is happening, it's even not real. And yeah, you don't really, you can't really realize on the moment. It took me like a few days to realize that I won Paris-Roubaix.
That win was also, I think, quite an example of team play, right?
Yeah, for sure. It was a good example because, Marianne was the leader. I was normally, starting Roubaix more to help her. And I didn't feel really well the days before, so I was really like going into this race to help Marianne. And at the end, I attacked to make the other work. And they look a bit to each other. And after I had like a few seconds and I was gone. But no, it was so cool to work like this together,
And that must have also given you some confidence, I guess, like not your physical performance, but like the team performance, the teamwork for the rest of the season, no?
Yeah, for sure, but I had no doubt about this, I knew that together as a team we were really strong and really, again, committed to execute the plan, because we have a team tactic in the bus before the race, and it's not often that everything is going as planned, because it's a lot of things going into the race. So, but I think we had a plan for Roubaix, and we made it happen. So it was really, really nice.
You could at that point say already, your season was successful, and also your decision to come back to road cycling had been the right one, right?
Yeah, for sure, because I was third in Strade Bianche, second in Flanders, winning Roubaix. So, for me, I didn't expect to be at the top so early. And afterwards, when you win a monument, you say, okay, my season is already like really good. So, you are just happy with what you did before, so you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, but still, you also need to keep that motivation and turn it into something even better, eh? So you kept motivated and you set your next goals.
Yeah, for sure, but also because the goal of the year was Tour de France for me, a classic where it was nice, but it was not really, I wanted to win, but it was not the main goal of the season, and the main goal was to be good for Tour de France. So after Paris-Roubaix, I felt a bit like, okay, tired, a bit sick, so we decided to skip Vuelta, and then I could fully focus for the preparation of Tour de France. And it's something I know I can do well, like to prepare for a big event. And for me, it's something that I really like to do, like to just have a few weeks, to prepare for the goal of the year. And for me, the best part of cycling is this preparation period.
Mm. But still, it's something new as well for you, because normally that one event that you prepare for is like one day or actually one event, and now was a big stage race, more than a week. How is the preparation different then? compared to like previous goals?
It's different, but you know, at the end, you also have to cut stage race. You know, you can't be 100% every day, so you have to say, okay, which stage is the most important, and we knew that it was on the weekend. You know, the last 2 days were super important, so we decided that I have to be super good for this last weekend of Tour de France. So the stages before, you know that you need to be good, but you don't need to be 100%. So we cut a bit like this. Tour de France and also mentally, you know, helped me to be focused, but not to don't spend too much energy for at the beginning of Tour de France. So after, you know, you just it's a bike race, so you just prepare for such a big event. But this, I know, it's something I really like to do. So also about, you know, having some pressure and everything, it's something I really like to feel, and also help me to be a better rider. So
Did you at the start, the day before the start of the tour, were you like fully convinced of yourself and the team that you did the best preparation possible, and the team
I knew
as well?
that I had the best preparation. So after, you can't be sure about, you know, the final result, but this is sport. But I knew I had the best preparation, and also my teammates were super good, and the team did everything to be the best. So at the end, it's just like you have to race, and sometimes it works, sometimes not. But you can't do better than I did before, you know.
Mm-hmm. What was to you the most defining moment of the Tour de France?
I would say, for me the most challenging was to wait until Madeleine, because I know I was ready, but you don't know how much ready you are, you know, so you just want to try but I also knew that I had to be patient, which is not my quality. So I just had to try to preserve myself for this final weekend. So for me, I think was the most challenging is to don't do too much before the Madeleine stage.
Yeah, tactically that's a different approach compared to like what I said already, like a one-day race, right?
Yeah, for sure. But you know, at the end, stage races, we had 9 days of racing, but I'm also used to train a lot, you know, and I train every day, you know. So at the end, I also used to ride my bike like every day. Okay, I don't do every day a race, but you know, in training we also simulate a bit like a stage race feeling. So I was not afraid to race for 9 days.
Mm. And how did it feel when you finally were able to go all out, to go full?
Yeah, it was super nice, and I was quite surprised because it was hard, you know, but I had harder training, I would say. For example, Madeleine, you know, the pace was high, but I was quite in control, so I knew that I could go faster. And this is so nice, you know, when you can feel that you are in control. And I really like it because it was I could decide of what I wanted to do, and this is the best part, no?
Yeah, it must be. I think there's very few people in the world that know that feeling.
But I also had this feeling, you know, in Olympics, and I know a bit this feeling when you feel like nothing can happen to you. And this is not a feeling you have every day, but it's such a good feeling.
Yeah, I think you should also really cherish those moments because they are rare.
Yeah, no, for sure. And to be able to win Madeleine stage and to take the yellow jersey before the final stage was also really, really nice. But again, you know, you need to be happy, but you also need to think about the day after. And we knew that I won the stage, we had yellow, But I still one day to go.
Yeah. So how did you approach that final day?
So I was still really focused, and I didn't want to be too happy, because I say, everything can happen. And we had. I'm not the kind of person, who's really stressed, but you know that you race for 8 days, and now it's the final day, and you don't want to lose. Not for me, but also more for my teammates. I didn't feel the pressure for me, but more for the team. Because I didn't want the team, to be disappointed about me. So you carry a bit this, and on this it was new for me, and I didn't really expect. And the first part of the stage was a bit chaotic because I was a bit too far back on one downhill, and it was like someone break, and it was a split, between the front group and my group. And at one point it was 40 seconds. So we say, okay, I need to stay calm, but I also need to wake up a bit and to be a bit more sharp. So, and it's where like team effort is such important, because the girls had to break because they were in the front group, and they had to break to wait for me and then to bring me back. And after that I said, okay, I can't lose to the front, on that way. So I need to be more smart, more sharp, and to make it happen. So after this mistake, I said, okay, Pauline, you just have to now to react.
Yeah, and you did.
And I did. So and before the stage, I said to the DS, I would like to win in yellow, because it's something quite symbolic not to win with a yellow jersey. And last climb, the DS said to me, okay, Pauline, if you want to win today, you have to attack now. And I said to him, okay, no, maybe it was not a good idea. I prefer to just go until the finish line, like just follow, and we will see. Anyway, I won the Tour de France, so it's not that important anymore. And maybe a few minutes later, Demi attacked. And I even didn't think about it, but I just said to myself, it was like instinct. I say, now you go. And I attack, and I was at the front of the race with 5K to go. And I had no other choice to start pushing the best I can to reach the finish line. So it was so cool, to win with the jersey and to finish off that way, because we really proved that the team was super strong that day. First to bring me back in the front of the race, and then I could finish the work, So for me it was just so good.
And now you have that picture, winning in the yellow jersey.
Now I have this picture. I also proved to myself, that I'm able to win also, like in that way, and like to have a bit of panache and to attack, and was really nice.
Where is the picture? In your house?
I'm not the kind of people, who really like keep things. So for sure I kept the Olympic medal and the yellow jersey, but I really want to be better, every day. And then I don't want to look back, and to say, oh, I did that, so now I can go easy, I want to progress and to be better. So for me, it's super nice, that I achieve already, like winning Tour de France, but now I also want more, and I'm focused for having more.
Yeah, we get to that in a bit, but first I want to know, how did you celebrate?
Yeah, it was really busy after the finish line. I just wanted to see my teammates, and to say thank you to them and to share this moment. But then you have the podium, you have anti-doping, you have so many things to do that I was able to see my teammate maybe 3 hours after. So this was a part I didn't really like. I would have preferred just to see them and to celebrate with them. And afterwards, we also didn't really celebrate immediately after, because everyone has to do their own things. But later in the season, we could we could spend some time together and just make a good party.
Okay, so but at the finish, there wasn't really the possibility to like fully.
No, and also because it was really hard stage, and they worked so hard at the beginning of the stage that they arrived maybe, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes later. So I was already on the podium when they came. So, but when they crossed the finish line, they could stop, and to watch the ceremony. So at least this was really nice.
Coming to what you already addressed yourself as well just now, your dream goal was winning the Tour de France. You gave yourself some years for that, but now in your first year at the team, you already achieved it.
Yeah.
What's next?
You know that the 2 days after Tour, I was lost. I cried. I was non-stop crying because I was, what I'm going to do, now. I was like, okay, I won the Olympics. It was the dream of my life. Now Tour de France, and what I'm going to do, I was completely lost. And I think it's because also I was a bit tired mentally, and everything together. So I didn't really enjoy the next 2 days after Tour. And after, I needed to find another goal and to just, keep me motivated. So I said, for sure, I would like to try to win again Tour. And I also really think that I can be more consistent during the whole season. Means that I would like to win more classic races, and also I want to try to win Tour de France again and to be world champion next year. So I think, I don't know why, but I have a feeling it will be a super good year for me. And because I learned so much last year that now I know what I have to do, and I just just can do what I learned from last year.
Yeah, you know that the team's motto is actually writing sports history, right?
Yeah, and I think now the team also know how I like to work. I also know how everyone is working. So now we just have to find and adjust things. So, and this is what I prefer to do, like to work on the details and small things. So, I think it's going to be super good next year.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say that you have been writing sports history already with not only the Tour de France and Paris-Roubaix win, but also the Olympic win and all your other wins. But there's still some chapters to fill, maybe.
Yeah, always. And I really like to learn, so I want to learn more this year. And also, I really like to spend time with the team, with my teammates. So for me, it's also super important, to be happy and to just want to race because also you want to see everyone, and this is something I really like in the team.
It's good to hear, I think. Writing sports history, let's aim for that. Thank you for joining us, Pauline.
Thank you so much.
To the listeners, I would like to say, don't forget to subscribe or comment to our podcast in the various apps or on YouTube, because we're also in video. And make sure to listen also to the other episodes of the off-season tapes. There's some interesting insights in there. See you next time.
Inside the Beehive was brought to you by Visma, Cervelo and Lease.